Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, verse 26 to 29. Nabasotha viturvanad abhutsparsa runo nilaha paranvayachabda vamscha prana oja sahobalam. 26 to 29, I will read myself. वायोरपि विटुर्वाणात् कालकर्मस्वभावतः उत्पद्यत्तेजो वै रूपवत्स्पर्शशब्दवत् तेजस्तु विटुर्वाणाद् आसीद् अम्बोरसात्मकं रूपवत्स्पर्शवच्चाम्बो रोषवच्च परान्वयात् विशेषस्तु विटुर्वाणाद् अम्बसो दण्डवान् अभूत् परान्वयाद रसस्पर्श सप्तरूप रुणान्वितः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Because the sky is transformed, the air is generated with the quality of touch, and by previous succession of the air is also full of sound, and the basic principle of duration of life, sense perception, mental power, and bodily strength. When the air is transformed in course of time and nature's course, fire is generated, taking shape with the sense of touch and sound. Since fire is also transformed, there is a manifestation of water full of juice and taste. As previously, it also has form and touch and is also full of sound. And water, being transformed from all variegatedness on earth, appears odorous and, as previously, becomes qualitatively full of juice, touch, sound, and form respectively. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The whole process of creation is an act of gradual evolution and development from one element to another, reaching up to the variegatedness of the earth, as so many trees, plants, mountains, rivers, reptiles, birds, animals, and varieties of human beings. The quality of sense perception is also evolutionary, namely generated from sound, then touch, and from touch to form. Taste and odor are also generated along with the gradual development of sky, air, fire, water, and earth. They are all mutually the cause and effect of one another, but the original cause is the Lord Himself in plenary portion as Mahavishnu lying in the causal water of the Mahat Tattva. As such, Lord Krishna is described in Brahma Samhita as the cause of all causes, and this is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 10.8 as follows. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. The qualities of sense perception are fully represented in the earth, and they are manifested in other elements to a lesser extent. In the sky, there is sound only, whereas in the air, there are sound and touch. In the fire, there are sound, touch, and shape, and in the water, there is taste also, along with the other perceptions, namely sound, touch, and shape. In the earth, however, there are all the above mentioned qualities with an extra development of order also. Therefore, on the earth, there is a full display of variegatedness of life, which is originally started with the basic principle of air. Diseases of the body take place due to derangement of air within the earthly body of the living being. Mental disease result from spatial derangement of the air within the body, and as such, yodic exercise is especially beneficial to keep the air in order so that diseases of the body becomes almost nil by such exercise. When they are properly done, the duration of life is also increases, and one can have control over death also by such practices. A perfect yogi can have command over death and treat the body at the right moment when he is competent to transfer himself to a suitable planet. The Bhakti yogi, however, surpasses all the yogis because by dint of his devotional service, he is promoted to the region beyond the material sky and is placed in one of the planets in the spiritual sky by supreme will of the Lord, the controller of everything. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
So in these verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the process of creation is being described in this chapter. The chapter is called The Cause of All Causes. So in this verse, we are seeing today how sky is transformed, air is generated, and air has some of the qualities of touch and sound and so on. So actually, this is a description, and then we saw how from air and other different perceptions also come about. Suppose, let's say I'm a film director and I'm planning a film. And in that film, I want some of you to become the king, some of you to become the queen, some of you to become warriors, some of you to become an invader, villain, who will come and do all nonsense, all wrong things. And some of you soldiers. And so now, in filmmaking, there is one important step after the script, casting, all that is done. That's called set design. Because it's a story of a king, queen, all this. We need a palace. We need a battleground. We need horses. We need elephants. We need soldiers. Next, as a film director, I'll start planning all of this so that when we turn on the lights and all of you can act out very correctly, the king will play his role, queen will play her role, and then the invader will come, and all the different things will, as per the story, will unfold. So in the same way, Lord Brahma, who is the director of this universe, creator of the universe, he is doing the set design as we read in the Bhagavatam. So, we are all the living entities, actors, and we have to play our role, some as men, some as women, some intelligent men, some foolish men, some intelligent women, some not so intelligent women, all kinds. And for this drama to unfold, we need homes, we need buildings, we need plants, trees, planets. So Brahma is creating all of this. So, a fundamental question is, why are we all part of this drama? But this is like okay, that's like a drama, cinema is all right. But this looks like real life. This doesn't look like drama. No, actually it is a fact. What is a drama? What is a cinema? After some time, the curtains will close and the lights are turned off and drama ends. So even in our lives, one day, curtain will be drawn, lights will be turned off, our drama will end. But it doesn't appear like that. It looks like real, this is my wife, this is my husband, this is my home, this is my father, this is my mother, these are my children, this is my house. Why all of this has come about? These are deeper questions. One is, hey, you are a king, play properly your role as a king. You queen, play properly queen as a role as a queen. Do your proper, be a strong king. All that is one thing. But a very fundamental, deeper question is, why have I become an actor in this drama? But very rarely people think they are all busy with their roles they have to play. Mother, father, husband, wife. And they want to play it out nicely so that everybody is impressed with the role I am playing. We rarely think why this drama is going on and why have I become part of this drama? What is all this? So here, from the Vedic literatures, we get an understanding of this. We are all spirit souls. Just like in the drama or in the cinema, there is set designer and makeup artist, costume designer. The costume designer will design for the king. You have to play the role of a king, so you should look like a king. She must look like a queen. All the costume design will happen. Palace is built. Brahma is doing all this. You should get a male body, you should get a female body, you should look like this, you should look like this, trees, plants. But inside this body is the spirit soul. We are the spirit soul. We are playing the role of a man, of a woman, of an animal, of a bird for some time. And then the drama ends. And then we will be an actor. After he finishes one drama, he'll get commissioned to do another drama. So we will get another opportunity. We will go to another situation. Now the Vedic literatures provides a very, very significant perspective. Why have we become part of this drama? What is this going on? And that is, we are all spirit souls. We take on this body, and the body has male body, female body, animal body, as designed by Lord Brahma, the creator of all this. Why has the soul become entrapped like this and playing these different roles? Very nicely, Prabhupada has written in the purport, previous purport. As an amsha, we are all spirit soul, amsha of Krishna. Just like there is sunlight. Sunlight has come into the room, but some minutes back it was in the sun, and it has come all the way and traveled here. Isn't it? We understand that. Now, can the sunshine, sunlight, is it possible for the sunlight to be independent of the sun? Can sunlight exist without the sun? Not possible at all, isn't it? Constitutionally, it is not possible. The sunlight is an emanation of the sun. In the same way, we are all living entities. We are all conscious entities coming from Krishna. But these conscious entities have developed one desire. Sunshine has no desire, it is just light energy. Whereas we are also energy, Jiva Shakti of the Lord. And this Jiva Shakti has developed a desire, I want to be independent of Krishna. Just like sunlight has come from sun, we are also Jiva Shakti coming from Krishna, the Shaktiman. But the difference is that is a inert, lifeless energy, light energy, heat energy, whereas we are a Shakti which has got Chetana, consciousness. And this Chetana Shakti, Chit Shakti, has developed a desire because it's Chetana. Chetana means has desire, has thinking, feeling. And this Chit Shakti has developed a desire, I must be independent of Krishna. It is not possible. Sunshine cannot be independent of the sun. It is an emanation of the sun. This desire of the living entity to be independent of Krishna is called unconstitutional desire. It is not constitutional. It is not by our makeup, how we are composed, how we are formed, what are we made of. We are made of Krishna's energy. We have come from Krishna. So we can never sever that. But we have developed a desire. I want to be independent of Krishna. This is possible only in illusion. For example, we can think of sunshine without sun in our dream. We can say, last night I had a dream, there was so much sunlight. I looked up at the sky and I didn't see the sun at all. But there was sunshine. Yes, such a thing is possible in illusory dream. Dream will go away. It's a temporary existence in the night. And when we wake up, it's all gone. Right? In the same way, Krishna, through Brahma, creates an illusion of this world for the living entities to give an impression that we are independent of Krishna. We are here in the material world. But among the living entities here, some of them have some God consciousness. So they recognize God, they go to temples, they worship, they follow some religion, some dharma. But they follow religion, they follow dharma with an aim that God will bless me so that all my various desires I have with my family, with my profession, with myself, I can fulfill all those desires with God's blessing. This is the large population of the society thinks like this. Recognize God, but I have my desires and I should fulfill my desires, my ambitions with God's blessing. But then, the reality is that we are a spirit, Chetana Shakti, coming from Krishna. We rarely think, what is Krishna's plan for me? What does Krishna want me to do? I have come into this world, I am playing different roles. But our spirit of independence is such that I am here, I am independent, I have my independent desires and ambitions. And God is there. I want God's blessing to fulfill my independent desires. You see, I want to be independent is manifested in the spirit of I want to have independent desires. That's what we pursue. We have our plans. We get inputs from the society, from newspapers, from the heroes of the world, from different sources, and we form our ambitions, and we have to do that. And we want to pursue. These are my desires, my ambition. Rarely we think, if I am part and parcel of Krishna, I have come from Krishna, what was Krishna's plan for me? This is the kind of an independent desire that we want to have. Because we want this desire the independent desire, independent existence, which is unconstitutional, Krishna creates an illusion in the material world, gives us different roles, and gives us an opportunity to play out our role, trying to be independent. That is the situation of the material world. That is what is happening here. So we take on different roles. I am man, I am woman, this is the family, this is my business. I must have a house, I must have big house, I must have big car, I must have big bank balance. And we work for all these things. Rarely we think, we are all children of God, what does God want us to do? When we start thinking, what does God want? Can I know that? Can I align myself with God's intention? That is called Sharanagati. That is a next level of recognition of God. In the first stage, where we recognize God, I have my independent desires, I have my independent plans, I want God's blessing so that I can succeed in my own plan. This is also recognition of God, but a relatively very minimal recognition. God as a supplier of my dreams, as a fulfiller of my dreams. My dreams. It's my dream. And God shall kindly fulfill my dreams. See, this is the large population of the world. In every religion, this is the consciousness of the living entity. The next level, Krishna teaches in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Vedic literatures, is that if you are part and parcel of me, Krishna, we are all part and parcel of Krishna, we have come from Krishna, we are an energy of Krishna. What does Krishna want me to do? What is his plan for me? If I am his, so this is how Bhagavad Gita ends, by bringing the concept of Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. We must surrender to Krishna. We must align our desires, our plans, our activities with Krishna's activity. And then what happens? Then Bhagavatam describes further. After Sharanagati, after you align, you will come to understand you have a relation with Krishna. Relation. Relation is a very powerful thing. Just like somebody is a mother, there's a child. The mother is always conscious, I should take care of my child. And child also, playing around a little bit, if some difficulty, some danger comes, Mummy, she'll run to the mother and hold on to the mother. That's the meaning of relationship. There is activity. There is feelings. So, now next the Vedic literatures inform us, we have a relation with Krishna. What about all these relationships in the material world? This is a drama. It's only a drama relationship. No substance. Just like in the dream also, we sometimes have so many relationships, so many activities. When we wake up in the morning, all the relationship, all the activities has no meaning. Say in the drama, I earn 1 crore rupees and I put it safely into the bank. I'm feeling very good. 1 crore rupees in the bank now. The alarm rings and then I wake up. Oh. Will I run to the bank? Let me draw the 1 crore rupee. No. It's a dream. It has no substance. Same thing will happen to us when our life's alarm rings and we go out of this world. Where is all this relationship? Where is my house? Everything is gone. Reset to a new situation. So for all this, very nicely Bhagavatam brings out, the primary principle is called ahankara. See, that's how this verse began. Sohankara iti prokto vikurvan samabhut tridha. It all begins with ahankara. Ahankara means what? The living entity having a false identity. Usually in our normal language, ahankar, hey, don't have so much ahankar. Somebody is very proud, very arrogant. We say that. Right? Yeah, that's okay. It's in one sense. The real sense of the word ahankara, aham, my identity. My identity truly is, I am a part and parcel of Krishna. But now I am developed a false identity. I am independent of Krishna. I have my own life, I have my own plans, I have my own ambitions, I have my own aspirations. And I want to fulfill all these things. And there is God, I understand. I am a pious person, I am a God-fearing, God-believing person. I need God's blessing to fulfill all my things, my ambitions. But these ambitions are independent of God's plan. I don't know. God is meant for, for fulfilling my desires. That is God. This kind of a recognition of God, to Sharanagati, to God, and next I have a relation with God, and that is a true relation, and all these relations are without substance. It's a temporary relation. And I must come to experience that relation, which is substantial, which is true, which is real. And that experience and understanding and experience of that relationship is called bhakti. And that bhakti relationship can become intense. Just like relationships can be very intense between people sometimes. Sometimes even grown-up men, they have very intense relation with their father and mother. We could have come across such people. Of course, between husband and wife, there could be an intense relation. Between children and parents, there is intense. We all have experienced that. When we had to leave our homes and join ISKCON, join temple, our heart was pulling. Father, mother. It was very intense. You see? But all these are drama relationships which we are thinking it's so intense, it is this, that, all. It's a drama. Not true. But the truth is that we have an intense, true relationship with Krishna. It is an intense, loving relationship with Krishna. So, Bhagavatam is preparing us to understand all this and describing here how Brahma created all these sets in the form of the body, in the form of the dress for the body, in the form of the palace, in the form of the houses, in modern world, in the form of my factory, my shop, my bank balance, my car. All these different things have come about. That's why it is very nicely described here in this verse. Sohankara iti prokto vikurvan samabhut tridha. This ahankara, the false identity the living entity wants to take up. The living entity has desires to be independent. Now Lord has to fulfill that. It is not possible to fulfill that because it is an unconstitutional desire. It can only be fulfilled in a dream-like situation. That is why Srila Prabhupada gives another example of an unconstitutional desire. There was a child, children, they become cranky sometimes. They cry so much. They're small children. And the mother is trying to pacify the child, put the child to sleep. Not able to do anything. So when such things happen, in homes, the mother brought the child, sometimes due to heat also the children go cranky. So she brought the child out of the house in the night and hoping that, cool breeze, child will become all right. The child was still very cranky. And now the child looked at the sky and there was the moon. And now the child started demanding, get me the moon. I want the moon. So the mother is very perplexed. What is this? How can I get the moon? Moon is in the sky. The child's desire is an unconstitutional desire. It is not possible for the child to get the moon from the sky. Impossible. It is not in line with the composition and what the child is made of, what the moon is made of. But the child has developed a desire. The father was an intelligent man. He was watching all this, how the mother is struggling with the child and the child demanding the moon. The father, what he did, he went and brought one big mirror and showed the reflection of the moon in the mirror. And the child saw, oh, moon is there. And the child was holding the mirror and the child became satisfied. Now I got the moon. Actually, child did not get the moon. Got a reflection of the moon. In the same way, we are related to Krishna. We are meant to have a serving relationship with Krishna. But we have developed a desire. I want to be independent. I want to enjoy. I have my plans. I want to have nice relationship in the material without Krishna. So Krishna has said, all right, I'll create a illusory world with illusory forms, with illusory relationships, with illusory activities. And we become busy here. This is what is happening to us. Very few people know this truth from the Shastra. Our great acharyas have presented this to make us understand. This is what is happening to us here. So, this is how this, and for when you have to play the role of a king, someone has to play the role of a queen, somebody has an enemy, palace, and finally why the film director is making all this? So that the viewers will come and look, oh, such a nice cinema it was. King, he played his role where you look at the king, look at the palace he had. They should appreciate. So that there is a sense of realism. In the same way, Lord Brahma is creating this material world, minutely tweaking it to get a sense of realism for us. The sense of rupa, forms, the sense of gandha, smell, the sense of taste, rasa, the sense of sparsha, soft touch, the sense of sound. You see, because of these things, rasa, gandha, sparsha, shabda, because of this we are having an experience. So Brahma is minutely designing and creating all this experience so that It looks like a real world for us. Actually, it's a temporary world. We have to remember this. This is enlightenment. This is enlightenment, that this is the truth. What is true is this body is not truth. It will go away. The spirit soul, that is eternal. And that spirit soul has a relation with Krishna. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is preparing us for all this understanding, gradually telling how the material creation is coming about, how the sets are being prepared for the actors to play the role, in the same way how the material world is being created for the conditioned souls to come and play different roles in this material world. That's the sum and substance. So, there is one very nice statement by Srila Prabhupada in the previous purport. I'll read that. Where is that? Oh, it's here. Factually, save and accept the Lord, no one can be called the enjoyer. Krishna alone is the enjoyer. Save and accept the Lord, save and accept the Lord, no one can be called the enjoyer, but the living entity falsely desires to become the enjoyer. This is the origin of false ego. This is the origin of ahankara. This is the important truth Krishna reveals in the 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. In the beginning of the chapter, 9th chapter, Krishna said, Idam tu te guhyam pravaksham anasuyave, idam tu te guhyatamam. I'm going to tell you the most confidential knowledge. Pravaksham anasuyave, jnana vijnana sahitam yagnatva mokshase ashubhat. And if you know this truth, you will be freed from all inauspiciousness. What is that truth? Most confidential truth Krishna has revealed in the 9th chapter. There are many aspects of the truth. One of them is Aham hi sarva yagnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha. This is, I am the master, I am the enjoyer of everyone's activities and sacrifices. Natumam abhijananti tatvena thas chavantite. One who don't accept this, I am the master and I am the enjoyer. This is the truth about me. This is the tattva. One who does not accept this, chavantite, they come to this material world, in this world of illusion. This is the most difficult thing for people to accept. I am not the enjoyer. Krishna is the enjoyer. Oh, somebody may get an impression, oh, Krishna is the enjoyer, I am not the enjoyer. That means Krishna is the enjoyer and I am what? Sufferer, is it? Because opposite of enjoyment is suffering, no? Krishna is the enjoyer. What about me? Krishna is the enjoyer, I am the sufferer. No. By serving Him, we will get our enjoyment. That is our pleasure. Not independently trying to be the enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Bhokta cha prabhureva cha. He is the Bhokta, He is the Prabhu. We must accept. This is the most confidential knowledge that Krishna is describing. We'll stop here. Anyone has any question? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Just wanted to confirm my understanding. that once the first time a living entity is put into the material world, the first time when the living entity is put into the material world, the guna is mostly it is sattvic guna, correct, sattva, and then later it's slowly contaminated into rajas and tamas. Is that correct?
You mean the living entity, when the living entity falls into the material world?
Yeah, first time.
You see, these are general principles. Yes, when the living entity falls into the material world, there is one place it says one becomes a Brahma.
Yeah.
In another place it also says one becomes a human being. So many living entities are there coming into the material world. Could be varieties of situations. But yes, because coming from the spiritual world, just the desire is there, could be a very sattvic kind of a situation. Could be. Any other question? Yes, please. Okay.
And what is the percentage of free will we are having? Sorry, Dandavat Pranam. Why do we have a free will? And what is the percentage of free will we have?
Okay, I'll answer that. Okay, why do we have free will? See, we were just discussing that we have a relationship with Krishna. And that relationship is loving relationship, bhakti. For love to happen, freedom is required. Like, just like if I show a gun at you and say, love me or else, you will get scared. Yeah, I love you. Please let me go. There won't be true love. There's a saying, love cannot come from the barrel of a gun. So, for love, real love to exist, there has to be free will, freedom. So, Jiva, we have come from Krishna, we are Amsha of Krishna. Krishna is fully independent, Swarat, his position. We are Amsha, we have small level of independence. We have free will to a small extent. Why Krishna has given that free will to us? Because he wants us to use the free will correctly and love him. But the option exists. If we don't want, we can turn away from him. That is what we are all doing. We have come into this world. Krishna Bahirmukha. We have turned away from Krishna. We have come into this material world. Bhogavancha kare. Krishna Bahirmukha. Bhogavancha kare. Nikatastha maya. Chapatiya dhare. Very close. When we turn away from Krishna, the first symptom is we develop independent desires. And the moment we develop independent desires, Krishna creates an illusory world and Maya captures us to this world. That is what has happened to us. Now, to what extent, what percentage you said? Okay, all living entities have free will. But that free will is most 100% manifest in human life. And in human life, in sattvic life, it is 100% manifest. In rajasic life, maybe little lesser. Tamasic life, even lesser. And animal life, even lesser. Plant life, the least. That's why you see plants, they just grow, they stand there. Practically, they have no volition. They don't have an ability, no, I want to be here, I want to. Animal, at least they can, no, I don't want to be in this room, I want to go there. They can run around. They are moving living entities. Birds can fly. There's a little bit more expression of freedom. And that expression of freedom is most in human beings. And if somebody is a little more enlightened and he has got a life, tranquil, peaceful life, he's more free. I can do many things. I can plan to do. You see, that's called Sattva Guna. So, you can see manifestation of free will according to the different forms, life forms. And it is most manifest in human beings. And that's why human beings, we can understand all these ultimate truth and come out of this illusory world. Animals don't have that ability to come out of the illusion. They are just stuck in the illusion. We can come out of that illusion with proper knowledge from the Shastra, from the Acharyas. That is the possibility open to human beings. We will stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki, Shri Nitai Gauranga ki, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.